So welcome back to Rise of the Ghurids, and yes, we return in a very, very tricky situation. We are completely surrounded by people who pretty much hate us. We have the Saffrids, the Taharids, and the Samnids above us as well, and none of them like us. They're all of Muslim faiths, and we, of course, are of a Buddhist faith. So we don't exactly see eye to eye, and they're all much more powerful than me. Now, currently, we're 34, so you know what? Suri's getting along nice, still all healthy and everything. We have 5 children with 3 daughters and 2 sons. Of course, our primary heir, Farzin, is now 3 years old. And today, we will definitely try and take this county as well, because I think we're going to try and hold these 2 duchies, but this is the only county we can really get for some time. Now, we do have the rice mod installed, so of course that comes with a bunch of extra decisions, but we're also on one of the routes of the Silk Road. We are on the Overland Silk Road route. So that does mean we can take a decision to reinforce relations with Silk Road communities, and because of where we are, we get another dynasty legacy, the Silk Road one, connecting diverse peoples and cultures across Eurasia through trade, religion, art, and prestige. There's a lot of stuff we can do here, like increasing the chance of getting a deal event and thus gold. Diplomacy per level of fame, diplomatic range, and you can do the decision to reinforce relations with the Silk Road more than once per life, more income. So if we really want to build tall and get a lot of income, which I think would be useful, I think we should take use of this Silk Road mechanic. So what we can do now is reinforce relations with Silk Road communities. Now, I've never done this before, so what can we do then? East Asia, the Steppe, Middle Eastern, Himalaya, or Indian, and we can't reach them too. So, trying to see what they do. Middle Eastern gives a chance to improve your stewardship. Yeah, traders who dominate the Silk Roads. I mean, that makes the most sense. So, let's try. Yeah, Iranian, Arab, and Jewish merchants and travelers have been renowned for their acumen and worldliness for centuries. With their wealth and connections and our status and power, you can achieve great things together. So let's try and improve relations with the Middle Eastern Silk Road community. So the lands and sea of the so-called Silk Road have been a vibrant melting pot of different peoples for generations, perhaps even before the rise of the great empires of Han, Rome, or Persia. Thanks to these extensive networks, there are flourishing communities with origins from across Eurasia. Even in my realm, cooperating with them may be helpful if I am to achieve my ambitions. In particular, I've decided to reinforce relations with the Middle Eastern communities in my realm. The merchant networks of Iranian, Arab, and Jewish origin can be found across the Silk Road. Wherever trade may flow, anyone who seeks to encourage commerce and development will look for their aid. So if we do good business with them, we can all surely prosper and grow. So we gain +1 stewardship and a little bit extra prestige, and it increases the amount of and chances of receiving gifts of character modifiers that improve your gold income, county modifier, building costs, and control in your realm from local Silk Road communities. So let's see then. Maybe we get gifts and stuff over time, and maybe over time we can become a big part of the Silk Road, because we're going to need some help. I mean, we're not exactly very powerful. People don't like us, but right now we of course did lose our ally. Well, we still have him as an ally, but he got taken over by the Saffrids, and that he's now a vassal of his own family, but under the Saffrid Empire or Kingdom. So I don't know, I would like to free him, but I don't see how we would really be able to do that right now. There's not a lot we can exactly do against the Saffrids, but what we need to do is rebuild our army and then see if we can pick up this extra county. Now, at the end yesterday, we did have 2 of the Saffrid's spouses in prison. So, of course, we got that 200 gold. So we should probably build up a little bit. Camelries? I kind of want to build for money. Now, we do have Cities of Wonder, so we can build unique structures and stuff, but I don't think we're there yet to be able to do stuff like that. There's also, like, we can build a local Buddhist religion site. Fund construction of these, and these are, like, basically water systems underground. There's a lot we can do, but for now, early on, we should probably focus on the actual buildings the game has. This one has a farms and field, which is nice. We need money. That's the big problem. This would be nice, but again, 950 gold is a lot of money that right now we don't have. But I think I'm going to build some of these in our capital to give you a little bit extra gold and more development growth. which I think will be very helpful. And let's see down here. I think we should build these then in all of our counties. Very expensive, especially early on, but 6% development growth on the first level and a little bit extra taxes. I mean, development is something we're going to need to focus on, so I think that is huge for us. Once all our control is up as well, we can hopefully start making some decent money. But we have had our first event trigger from the Historical Invasions mod. So, of course, Harold Tangle here. Now, starts off, look, Investifold, which he already there from the start of the game. But he will now get, like, special soldiers, and he'll get, like, some claims and stuff, I believe. So he will try and, like, do what he did in real life. If he'll be successful or not, I don't know. But I'm sure later on, we will get some of that sort of event near us. And we may have to fight off some historical characters, which is why I wanted to add it. I think it could make it a lot of fun. Now, what perk do we want to pick up? Stored subjects is not that helpful. Vassal tax contribution, not that helpful. But fearful troops could be pretty helpful just to make our army a little bit cheaper, even though it's not like massively expensive right now. But we only have one vassal who can pay tax properly, and that's this guy. And he's not exactly making much money, so it makes no difference, to be completely honest with you. What we need, is just our levies to resupply. And we're going to go straight into war. We can, of course, use the Conquer Casus Belli, but what is this? I cannot work like this, my tax collector exclaims, frustrated and dejected. Every court of the Gurshadom is a sad place where greed reigns over efficiency and justice, hampering all my efforts. Good tax farming needs competent magistrates to keep the local magnates in check, to keep your rule righteous and your claim to taxes justified. You must give me funds. I'm not paying you 80 gold. We have one person you're taxing. If you're struggling, you're just terrible at your job. Like, what? You have one person that you're literally getting taxed from. If you can't manage that, that's not my problem. But golden child, that is my daughter Fatima, our eldest daughter. So one morning I'm getting ready to face the day my daughter Fatima approaches me. Father, we found this while exploring the northern tower yesterday. You should have it. She hands over a small tattered coin pouch. So 20 gold. I will very much take that. Thank you very much. But them things are already built, which is nice. Now, we're not the head of our culture or anything, so we have no direct, like... Wait. Yesterday, I said I wanted, like, a tiger or something. Are you ready for this? What I just seen? In my search for animals to add to your menagerie, I have come across this lion, my lord. Yes. I was saying how I wanted a lion. Where is it? Give this a name. Grey. You know what? We're going with grey, because it is actually grey, so that's actually perfect. We have a grey lion with grey eyes, and it's called Grey. It doesn't get much better than that. But I was saying how... Oh, we now have a lion who is allowed to roam free. Should I allow that? Yeah, sure, that's fine. He's not going to eat our children or anything, I'm sure of it. Okay, so I probably should give the Iron Dagger up. When we sieged his capital, we did get the Iron Dagger, but he's kind of demanding it back. If we decline, he loses 60 opinion. So I'm just going to say, okay, take the Iron Dagger back. I'd rather keep my land. So we're going to give up that to him. And our troops, we need to put him on organized army, just so we can get our troops back a bit quicker, because it's taken very long to get our troops back, and we need to go to war soon before somebody else takes that county. But we have a rogue servant. A lowly napperer has been stealing from my household. The man cowers before me, sniveling about hungry children and pleading for mercy. Please, my lord, I will do anything you ask. Okay, I'm just looking at his traits. We can kill him, imprison him, or show mercy and win his loyalty. I mean, we don't really need his loyalty, but we're not a bad character. I don't think we would kill him, so we're just going to say, okay, we now have a strong hook on him. And he's actually serving as a knight. So you know what? That's a pretty good trade. He's not the best, but I don't think we have great ones right now. So he's actually not bad, to be fair. So you know what? We'll take that. That's decent. But he's no good to us dead. So we may as well do that. But yeah, these are supplying now way quicker. So we're going to get these done a little bit more, because we need to make sure we can defeat this guy. He has some bowmen and special soldiers. I don't know what them special soldiers are going to be, but the Abbasids just changed hands. How is he getting along? He's defending right now, but as you can see, he has a fair amount of special soldiers, mercenary, money, so he may expand, he may not, but we will keep an eye on that, see what goes along with it. There we go. I think our army is built up enough where we can conquer county and hopefully win this without needing our allies. So we're going to raise all and we'll leave this guy do it. I think that's fair. He seems like the most well-rounded one. Oh, defensive building, better army commander, more commander traits. Okay, well, if that's the case then, we best just call our ally from down here. We did help him, so he does kind of owe us. But yeah, it seems like his army is a lot better than our one. So we're gonna need some backup. But we've had another daughter. This time she's a dwarf. Gulgun the dwarf. That does sound quite dwarven. So you know what? I'm a fan of Gulgun the dwarf. I'm all for it. This should be enough to win now with their help, right? I should assume so. We can have new bodyguards. Some sturdy, strong youths from the local Middle Eastern community have offered to become my bodyguards. Inspired by my efforts to reach out to their community, they wish to return the favor by ensuring my safety. Elders in their community have vouched for their skills and experience in fighting. Some have even served as mercenaries elsewhere on the Silk Road for years, and that they would protect me fiercely and serve me with utmost loyalty. So because we've been donating to the community, the Silk Road, we get +1 prowess and 5% to hostile scheme resistance. Yes, we have our own little personal bodyguards now. I'll take it. I can't say no to that. Hopefully this guy hurries up, but our tax collector just seems to be giving us problems. What is it this time? It would appear my marshal Zakira has been performing exceptionally well lately, and so an opportunity has presented itself, allowing me to greatly guide and influence his work for the foreseeable future. Spy on my subject so we can get him to increase his intrigue, learning, or gain 25 gold, but every tax collector likes me a bit more, or gain some prestige. Yeah, just get him to speak favorably as me. We can get a little bit extra prestige. I'll take that. There we go. They have met up with us now, basically. So we're going to start marching in now. And hopefully this time we can actually win. We're breaking dead even with our army fully raised. So let's see if we can win this battle. Very important battle. Are they going to be quick enough? Yeah, there we go. That was close. But we win and we can get on with sieging. Because only one county, we siege just one county and it is over. Hopefully, right, 11 months. It's a bit longer than I was hoping. We do only have one stack of onagers, to be fair. And he doesn't have any, so it kind of makes sense. But after we take this county, we are out of luck at getting like any easy close wars to expand our realm. We are fully surrounded. Now, what I need to make sure while it's on my mind is make sure all my children are being educated. I believe some of them won't be. So for our second in line, stewardship or marshal, I'm going to put him down a marshal focus. And we're going to have our marshal and tax collector train him. Our daughter, marshal stewardship again. You know what? You go marshal as well. See how you turn out. And we'll have our court tutor teach her. She got okay marshal. So we'll go with that. And now you two haven't been decided your education traits or anything yet. So I'm going to leave that a little bit longer. I just want to make sure all of our children are educated. And if we send them to go somewhere else, we're going to lose. No. You know, they may be like a decent spouse to somebody and actually help a kingdom rule. But our chaplain approaches me, rage in her eyes, and lion dragged along beside her. As she gets closer, I see that it's my dear Grey. I found this big monster amongst my thing. What wasn't scratched to bits was covered in piss. You dragged a lion. You just dragged a lion. Okay, well, we'll compensate you, because I'm scared of any woman, or any man, to be honest with you, anybody who just happily drags a lion, you know? Don't do that. But we can have our first dynasty legacy. I think let's go with transmission of faiths. The main thing, increased chances of getting a deal event and thus gold when using the Silk Road Merchant's travel option. So do we have a new travel option now? Not that I can see. Hopefully we will notice that at some point, because that would, unless it's a decision to like travel Silk Road. Yeah, I can't see it. We can bring in Middle Eastern merchant settlers for 25 gold, because I've been networking with the Middle Eastern community, so I think we'll do that. We have a schemer court, though. My spy master is plotting to kill my marshal. Oh, no. Sorry. Not my spy master. Somebody is plotting to kill them. It is not my spy master reporting on himself. Can we see this scheme? Only a 5% chance. I hope he survives. You know what we need to do? Let's get him married. He's been quite helpful. So let's see. Oh, we could marry him to our animal keeper. Yeah, okay, let's do that. They've both been important characters. So that is a good thing to do. But I think we should bring in Middle Eastern merchant settlers. So we get merchant settlers. A number of Arabian and Iranian merchant communities have settled here recently. As stewards of the so-called Silk Road, their presence will boost the local economy. So a nice range of bonuses there. Let's go for it. No matter their ethnic or religious origin, merchants from the Middle East can be found throughout much of the Silk Road. Ranging from Arabs to Iranians and Jews and more, they have been especially prolific in establishing colonies in major trade centers and crossroads in order to broaden their business networks. I have managed to convince some members of the local Middle Eastern community to assist me in recruiting people from their homelands or from elsewhere along the Silk Road networks to come and settle in my lands. They get to expand their networks while also helping me bring in more prosperity to my lands. So there we go. For 10 years, we get all of that. That's a good idea, though. You know what? Bring them in, allow them to settle here, and maybe over time, our land can be quite an important hub for the Silk Road, bringing in some nice money. But apparently Farzin spit in my daughter's Fatimid food during dinner a few nights ago. Okay, so she's trying to tire him out by not reacting to his bullying, no matter how many times Farzin calls her a rascal or slaps her across the neck. So Fatima can become calm, or she can become vengeful or deceitful. You know what? We'll go with calm. We should punish him, but I don't want to stress my guy out. You know, parenting stressful. Just leave them, I guess. You know, got time to be a parent. But there we go. The third Ghurid conquest has been successful, and now we hold 4 out of 8 counties. That is our maximum. And what is built down here? Not a lot, to be honest with you. We've got a watchtower or mud brick towers. They help with heavy infantry and light cavalry, so not bad. Again, there's not a lot we can build, but I think these are going to be really big for us. We can build these in like all of our counties, and they can really speed up our development growth. Right now it's up to 8, which, if we look at the development map, is not great. But you know what? Over time, hopefully, we can improve that quite a lot. Well, that is interesting. So the Ghurids now have some land down here. So they've expanded another way. What I wouldn't mind doing is requesting an incursion on the Saffrids, but does he know that I did it? Like, I don't want to do it if he's like, oh, you just did that to me, so I'm going to take over your land, and what are you going to do about it? Because right now, he does kind of like me. Probably not enough to get an alliance or anything. Yeah, look at that. Minus 1,000 because of our difference in faiths. So, alliances are not going to be possible, but maybe if we just keep him on our side, maybe, just maybe, he will leave me alone. What I want to do right now is double check the region we need to get. So we do need this guy's land above us, most of the Saffrid's land, and this bit of the Ghurids, and then it's mostly down to India. Now, the current struggle phase is still in unrest. It is going quite fast now towards stabilization. I don't know if in this playthrough we will ever really do enough to end the struggle. Like, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that. So unless someone else does, it may end in concession. But damn, I was going to say we could go for this guy. But look at his power compared to ours. Like, we're in a really bad spot right now. And I'm not sure what the best route is. Becoming a vassal is terrible because it's just issues. But then if we don't, are we just going to get attacked by them and have them take our land that way? That is a very big possibility, which I would rather not happen, obviously. But let's see what happens. How is Grey coming along? Troll spawn is now 8 and the health is still good. And Grey is now 3 and his health is also still good. So you know what? Our pets are coming along quite nicely. But I think the only direct route we can really expand to will be this guy above us. Unless we got some allies, which we do have some, and tried pushing some wars against these guys. That could be a route to go. But this guy, he's 67. He's still pumping out children. Fair play. Our dynasty is now up to 11 living members. We have dropped down to competitive. I'm not sure if that's the way to go. Because I'm debating whether to go high house unity and just land like a lot of family members around. But no, this guy is not having the luck he could be having, although he still could expand quite fast. Ooh, but we have something else now. Rise of the Ghurids. So these have just risen to power over here. And a similar thing to Vesterfold. He'll be given troops and some claims. And we'll see if he can do it. There are some over this area as well, so we will see if we do come across them. It would be quite scary, though, if they just appeared and took me out of the game. That is something we need to try and avoid. Now, do we need anything else from the stewardship focus tree? I can't really think of anything, but in our current situation, would any of these other trees even be better for us when we kind of need to build up? So I'm going to keep going down here and just go towards architect. See if we can pick that up, maybe. We could join. Ooh, you know what? We should do that. Definitely. Because, you know what? We've kind of made friends with him. We get along quite well. And he's hosted and invited us to his grand tournament. So let's go over there and show these people what we're made of. I think that is a great idea. Let's hire some mercenary guards. And we're going to want some We're going through desert, so desert warrior. Ooh, it's still a bit risky. We could maybe pick up a caravan master as well, but even still, there's still a couple risks where we have to go through some people's land. Could we customize route then? And like, no. Okay, let's just go. Let's go for it. Let's just show people over there what we're made of. Look at us traveling with our knights as well. And look at them. They look great with the new outfits. Well, I believe these are new because I haven't seen these outfits before, but they actually look really good. His eyes look a bit creepy though, to be honest. So I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. We're of course now in a regency, but let's see. My fellow attendee, Amir is hosting a grand tournament competition in the vicinity of Rudbar, and the time has come for us to depart. We shall represent the House of Ghurid and make the Tajik people proud. Hopefully, the rest of Rudbar won't be as rotten as Amir, but we should still be wary of what goes down when in the lion's den. I thought we were friends with him. Well, we're not friends, but... Wait, did it? Oh, God. We have made a terrible mistake. So, he just died. And now his son, I believe, has... Oh, no, his brother has the throne. And he doesn't like us. But we're still heading towards his land. Okay, let's see if we can make maybe a good impression then. Because we want to keep these guys on our side. But we have flawed fear. Bexagun, that I believe is our wife's sister, is it? Or was your wife's friend earlier, is in charge of our food supplies and sheepishly revealed our provisions are now all but useless, having been poorly stored. Patches of mold cover the bread and fresh produce. We've quickly used up our remaining dried food. Nice. So let's see, it's just a bit of mold. 40% chance we get ill. Let's not do that. Nature will provide for us. Or the locals on here must have something. 6% chance we die. But that does have the best chance of finding something. Please? Did we found something? Yeah? Oh my God. Okay, we found something, I believe. So we didn't die. That would have been terrifying, but what has my player here just done? As we managed to get through a dangerous path in Delarum, we decide to rest for the night. As I walk around the encampment, suddenly a strange feeling that someone is missing bothers me. I ask around, and everybody agrees on one thing. They don't remember seeing Farzin all day. That is worrisome. He is still a child. What if he got lost somewhere in the desert along the way? He is probably lonely, and most importantly, starving. Did you not keep an eye on your child? Oh, they all come in. Everybody's come in. Can I see how many people are coming? 13. So we've got our wife, some of our knights, our steward, caravan master, a marshal's on the way. Foreign ruler has come with us. I believe he'd be maybe the mercenary guard. Yeah, mercenary company. And then all of our children. Okay, let's mount a search party for him. Yeah, we brought him back and he grows closer to forming a rival. He just saves you from the desert. Why do you hate me? Oh my God. We almost lost our son for nothing. To war, to war. Call Amiran, knights say, as they thunder past, their horns bellowing and banners flashing brilliant against the sky. That Scullion, High Chieftain Sokal, has no regard for our grand tournament, it seems. The event is to be cancelled as Amiran sends for his levies and prays to Allah for victory. A grand tournament is a noble and worthy amusement, but calls to arms ring louder than any other. Who sponsored it? You, I guess. We're about to have some fun. About to make an impression on the new Saffrid ruler, and that is what you do. But we've still got to travel home, so avoiding the harsh midday sun, we have made temporary camp inside a peculiar and very damp cave. Did you hear that? My Gershar, Bexagun seems ill at ease with our dark shelter. As I turn around, I am suddenly face to face with a young boy who must have somehow walked right past Bexagun. The startled child immediately vanishes deeper into the cave. So we can follow the child. 44% chance we uncover underground secret, or 56% chance we lose track of the child and get lost in the tunnels. We must leave this place. Right, I said before that we're going to mostly follow our character's traits, right? Like, my guy's craven, so he wouldn't do that. But every once in a while, if something like this pops up, and we may uncover something really interesting in the caves, I'm going to take the chance for the stress. So I know it's against the character, but come on, every once in a while, got to have some fun and just see where this takes us. Maybe we're going to uncover a cannibal cult of cavists. And I just ended up lost in the tunnel for days. Great. As we trek through Kin, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by spiny scrub. I proceeded towards the commotion only to find Ismaili and Zakaria having an irate row. I'll have no more of your idiocy, you abhorrent. So, our marshal and our knight are arguing. So, try and make them make friends so we can become a mediator. Ooh. He got annoyed with me and left my entourage. And I think he's just going home on his own. We are having a mental break now, though. We probably shouldn't have gone in the cave, but I'm going to be honest. I could not resist. Damnation, I need to get myself too. So what if I don't come to court for a few days or even a month? Ruling is my prerogative, and I will exercise it or leave it at my leisure. I am the Gersha, and if I choose not to expose myself to the dangers of courtly life, it is no one's business but my own. So be gone, all of you. We can become reclusive. Maybe Furrows will support me. We can become a confider. And our brother-in-law and ally, he loses a bit of opinion of me, but I think let's become a confider. He still loves me. You know, we did contribute one of his walls, so he still really likes me. But that grand tournament was a waste, but finally, we are home. We traveled for 100 days and traversed 8 baronies. So is my marshal, he did leave our entourage. He is still around though, right? Yeah, he's still there. He just wanted to go on his own in a mood. Fair enough. But look at that. We are making 5.2 gold per month. And what I really want to become the head of our culture, but it's not going to happen for quite some time. Well, actually, this guy has 8 counties. We have 5. But what I do want to do is make sure all the faith is conferred in the land we hold. All the culture is our culture. But what about up here? No, so if we were to take some land off of this guy, we would have some culture we could convert to try and get a bit more land of our culture. But he is now up to 3,000 soldiers, which I'm not sure if we're in a position to try and fight that right now. This would be a nice bit of land straight through all the mountains. That would be really good to defend. Imagine holding this as your capital. Nobody is taking that off of you. In the mountains, it's in desert mountains, and there's one way in, or 2 ways in, but if you just stand in your capital, people are going to struggle to take you down. Our land is decently defendable with all the mountain passes and stuff. So if someone was coming from this way, we could easily hold them off here and there. But the problem obviously comes from this side of our land. But if we fight this guy, we'd easily be able to defend and maybe go and attack around this way. That wouldn't be bad, but could we defeat him? I don't know. Ooh, so Harold Tangle here has not done so great, to be honest. Hasn't really expanded too much, but Kiev and Rus is fully on the expansion right now. They are starting to lose some wars, but they are expanding fast and quite well. Only we could do that, right? We have the stolen keg, though. Oh, Farzin is always causing us problems, but this time he's with Fatima. Farzin has stolen a whole keg of arak. Fatima tried to put it back by herself before I noticed, but no such luck for her, he says angrily. It seems as if my ward is a little troublemaker, but one that had a change of heart. So this is actually just for Fatima, so she can become diligent, gregarious, or temperate. By yourself? That's very diligent of you. Good girl. There we go. You carry on. This guy clearly doesn't care about parenting, you know? He didn't say anything when his little kid was trying to beat up his daughter. What we could do, though, is increase to limited crown authority, which, yes, I think we should definitely do that. This guy's still alive. And now he does have some heirs, which we're going to want to make friends with them. We still need to make friends with this guy as well. We are about to have a chance of swaying him, so we'll see how that goes along. But, nah, I just hope. Oh, he is actually facing another war again now. A sponsored conquest of Sistan. Ooh, that's big. If he loses that, which he... This guy again sponsoring people to fight. This guy, so it's the same guy again sponsoring a conquest against the Saffrons. But if they lose this one, the Duchy of Sistan will go independent and it borders us. So if that happens, that may be a route for us to take, but our spy master just died. We have this guy, though. The guy who we accepted into our court after we steal him money. We have a strong hook on him. He's got pretty good intrigue. So let's do that. And let's find him a spouse. I mean, the only person is this woman here. And she's a courtier of our... Oh, here we go, yeah. So, of course, he just died. And he was our spy master. So, we now have this guy as a vassal. But we can marry this guy to here, our new spy master. So, let's do that. And what we should do, let's check on his traits. He's patient and charming. And he's also a detractor of the caliphate. Now, he is a different culture, but his land is of our culture, so hopefully he converts. That would be best. But we should probably try and make friends with him. He's not happy because we have no alliance as a powerful clan vassal, but I am sorry to tell him he's not actually powerful. But when he comes of age, I'm sure we can work something out and get an alliance. But for now, he's not going to cause us any problems, so let's just leave him there. Just see how he develops over time. But I am excited about this war. This is what I want to see. And there we go. He has accepted that marriage, so our spy master can go ahead and have some children. He doesn't seem to be having any children, so she's 41, so I don't know. They best hurry up if they're going to go for it. But this could be really big for us. Ooh, do we want to? Do we also... Ooh, look. Weakening the Saffrids is a really big thing that we do need to do. Now, he's facing one incursion. Do we want to pay this man 122 gold to do another one? Now, I am worried that he finds out it's me. I'm not going to provide military support or anything, but I think 122 gold, because his personality is really up for it, apparently. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's apparently personality plus 20. Or is it my person? I don't know. But 122 gold, let's do it. Oh no, he knows. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh God. But which land are they going for? Yes, if these win, if both of these win, the Saffrids are going to be in trouble. The Abbasids right now are facing a lot of trouble themselves. So what we need to do, I think incursions are going to be really big. We, of course, could have joined, but I think... Oh, there's now 3 people involved in this one, so somebody else has got involved. But let's see, if both of them win, that would be really big for us. We have the map. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at my local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold, bragging loudly about the great deal he stuck with a fancy lady in pills and silk. Apparently, he drew a map of the local mountains for an unknown noblewoman. The spies think the lady must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. We can become more vigilant. Yeah, let's do that. But actually, you know what? I'm trying to get really far ahead because I'm still trying to work on main channel stuff, and I, of course, want these to be daily. So I'm going to end this video here, and tomorrow we will come back and see how both of these incursions do, and then maybe we can get some proper expanding done. But thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.